This is AZDOME dashcam. The version is GS63HPro, which is the Pro version, the 4K. And this was sent to me by AZDOME. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. We're gonna explore this camera from what's inside the box, how it looks like, how to install it, how it looks driving daytime and nighttime, and that would be pretty much it, but with one thing going on. There will be a giveaway of one of these cameras, not from me, but AZDOME. So, in order to get one of these cameras, well, if you win it, I'm gonna literally just draw it from one of those internet random name pickup things based on the comments and likes. So all you have to do is just comment whatever you want. I don't care, a dot. It will enter your name automatically, and just make sure you have an email somewhere. I will announce the winner on my community tab. So if your name comes up and I don't see your email, please contact me on the email that you will see on the info in the description of my videos or my entire channel. So we'll get it from there, and the winner will be announced within a few days probably, and we'll just send your info to AZDOME and they will actually ship you one of these 4K dash cameras directly. So thank you, AZDOME. So let's open it up and see what's inside here, because it actually feels really premium, but we need to check besides feelings. Okay. And yes, before I go there, as you see, these are some of the features. 4K Ultra HD, built-in Wi-Fi, GPS tracking, Type-C port, and dual recording, obviously. And AZDOME is actually a great dash camera company. It is not the first time I have products of theirs, so they've been in the game for a while and they do really good quality stuff. And this is the camera. Whoa, this has some weight to it. I like that. And I like the logo of theirs that they put on even on the bags. And whoa, this actually feels high quality. This does not feel cheap at all. I really mean that, because if it was something cheap, I would say it. This one does not feel cheap by any means. So let me go ahead and check what else is in the box before we talk anything else. And here we have the suction cup that goes to the window, and yes, it mounts like this on one of these channels. And you can spin it around however you want. Wow, that is actually a really nice thought. Okay, and here we have the cable clips and the pry tool. Really nice. This is the backup camera. Wow, I like that. Really good quality, and that is a lot of cable. That's a good one because I have an SUV, so I have to make sure it goes to the back. Now, this is cool because you have two USBs here that it could either bring this camera to wherever you want, or you can put something else alongside it. Meaning, after you plug in your camera, now you have a free USB port next to it, so it doesn't just take the entire power outlet. And this is the cable for the main camera, which is a USB-A to USB Type-C, as you see here. I like the 90-degree angle. That is appreciated, because this camera's USB-C is on the side, so we'll just go like this and be really nice. And this is where the backup camera goes in. That is really nice. And here we have the other mount, so you can go whichever way you like. So you can either go this way, mount it directly so it's closer to the window, or you can go with a suction cup if you want to and you don't put the adhesive. But if you decide to go with the adhesive route, they send you these anti-static screens. As you see here, you put this on your windshield first, and then you put the adhesive on top of it. And the reason for that is that, for example, let's say tomorrow you want to take this camera off the windshield, but sometimes the adhesives will leave residue. With this one, it doesn't, because you literally just pick up this panel here and you stick the camera, because the camera was stuck on it, and you peel this with the camera itself. That is very well thought. We have a nice user's manual to tell you everything you need to know about the camera, about the memory card. Yes, it comes with a little 64 gig, which is not very little, but micro SD. Yes, it is included. This is right here. And they even put their logo on it. That's really nice. So yeah, let me put it back on here. And okay, so now let's take these peels off. Oh, I love that part. And there's another sticker here to protect the lens. This, I cannot get past how good of a quality this camera actually feels. Seriously, it feels good. And here on the camera now, we have the reset button, we have the microphone button, and on the front, of course, is the lens itself. AZDOME 4K Wi-Fi. On the side here, we have the micro SD card. We have the power button to power on and off. And here on the front now, we have the menu. We have up and down arrows. And you have the emergency lock. Let's say, heavens forbid, you hit something and you want to lock that video manually, or you saw, I don't know, a bird probably crossed you and you want to lock that video. You click this button right here with a triangle, really click, and it will lock that video so it will not override when it loops again. And of course the OK button, and under them you have the option buttons. I don't know if you can see it. Yep, mode or back, mute, emergency lock, LCD off, and record or confirm button. That means they are dual function buttons. And in the other side you have your USB-C. I like that it has a lot of vents all around to vent the heat. And on top, of course, we have the AV connection to connect the backup camera. That is right here. Let me just pull it out for you. I like that it has a lot of cable. That helps me a lot, especially in big cars. And yes, this is the back camera. Really nice and good quality. Standard 4-pin, I guess. Yep, it is 4-pin standard connection. I like that because most of you probably might have this cable already installed. Check on the back for your backup camera. If your cable is one of these standard 4-pins, if it is, well, this camera then will fit right away on it. You just take the old camera and put the new one instead, and you are good to go. This is really good, and I like that they're implementing standard connections and not something proprietary, even though they can, but they didn't do that, and I appreciate that. Okay, so regarding the app, you can, of course, consult with the little user's manual. It's either Apple or Android. It's the same app. You can just search for AZDOME and you'll find the app and install it. And then, of course, you have to follow the instructions. And first, you have to go register an account. And we're going to do that just in a second. And we're going to turn on the Wi-Fi on the camera itself and connect and see how that works really quick. But first, let me turn on the camera itself, just with a USB-C here. And the camera now is on. As you see, yes, it has quite a wide angle. The video locked because I moved the G sensor. But to turn on the Wi-Fi, click on the menu. Let me stop the recording first. And it will stop the recording when you go to menu, of course. Click the menu again. And you go to system. Arrow down. Okay. Arrow down. Click OK, and now the Wi-Fi is on and we are ready to connect. But first we have to search for the app, and we search the app by going to AZDOME like this. Yep, this is the app we're looking for. Install it, and after it's installed, we're gonna register it. It should be quite easy. So, okay, and just open the app, confirm. It will ask us to register an account, and I'm just gonna enter whatever information because I don't want to really put too much on it. And just after you create an account, is just enter your email. It will send you a verification code. You do that, enter it, and that's it, and you just give it some permissions. Do I have Bluetooth on? Boy, do I have Bluetooth on. And temporary Wi-Fi network will be activated quick. And when you see the Wi-Fi, just enter the password 128 is the default and hit connect. And it will say Wi-Fi is connected. We're gonna go back to the camera and we should have live view. Yep, right on our phone. That is actually really nice. And here is where we can change settings and all that. Let me stop the recording in order to go to these settings. Go to Video resolution, have 1920 by 1080, 1920 by 1080 60 frames per second or 60p, 2560 by 1440p, and 3840 by 2160p. That is the highest it can go, and it is actually quite high. It is not anything to just cough on. As you see, that is actually a wide angle. I'm not more than probably 10 inches from the table and I can see the entire table. And besides that, here you can stop the audio recording if you want to. You can switch mode and switch it to photo mode and all that. Well, let me see. And right now it's in that photo mode. I'm gonna switch it back to video mode again. And if you have the backup camera installed, I'm gonna put it really quick. And now the back camera is right here, and we're gonna plug it real quick. Boom. Yep, we have a green light on the back camera. As you see, that's the tiny little back camera right there. Okay, rear camera connected. Now let's restart the video again really quick. Yep, now we have the back camera right there. And if we move this one, we have both cameras going on at the same time. This is actually really, really cool. So now here you can switch the camera. You can do only front plus rear small front camera or only the rear camera. As you see, right here we have the rear camera going on, or you can just switch it to front plus small or just the front camera by itself. But basically this is how it will be in the car, and you have the extra settings. Let me stop the recording quick. Okay, and here we have the other settings: video resolution, picture size, that you can go up to 12 megapixels, loop recording, WDR, you can change the exposure or the light. I leave it at 0, just auto. Volume, G sensor sensitivity, screensaver, what do you want on your screensaver? After 1 minute, clock on the screensaver or screensaver off, so it stays on video only. Time zone, if you want to change the universal time. Picture in picture, speed units, miles per hour or kilometers per hour. GPS information, this would be your GPS data. Date and time, speed, GPS coordinates, you can add this one here, and that will show up on the video when you record. At the bottom of the screen, you'll see GPS coordinates. In this case, I'm not going to leave it on for the sake of this video. Synchronize time with your phone. And right now, it should synchronize it in just a second. And you can do firmware version. Yep, that's the latest we have. And you can revert to default settings. I'm not going to do that. You can change the password to the default Wi-Fi, and pretty much that is all you have here. That's SD card information, 58 gigs, which is 64, but the system takes some. And basically that's all there is on the settings and the app and all that. And as you saw, you can set up both cameras. And all is left to do at this point is to take both these cameras, throw them in the car, take a quick drive, daytime and nighttime, and see how they operate and how they look while driving. And here inside the car, really quick, the installation should be very easy. So I threw the cables already in. As you see, we have the back camera and the USB-C for power. I just routed them through the liner. That's why I'm not going to do too much on this one, because every car is different, but basically that's how I did it. Actually, there was really nothing to jump for. And these are the cables that come in the front. And now we're gonna pull out of the box really quick the mount. And I think I'm going with a suction cup because it's a little bit easier to install. But you can go with the other mount, which is the adhesive as well. So let me do just that. And the camera is on right now. I'm meaning on the windshield, and it looks really good, and it was really easy to put on. So now let me just turn on the car, and yep, it turned on right away, and it detected the back camera right away, so it is ready to go. Now my camera is making it look like that, but in reality it looks actually really clean. And we're just gonna go take a few rides, and I'm gonna show you how the front camera looks like, and probably the back camera just as well. And this is the front camera right now on daytime driving. It actually looks really, really good. This is in high quality right now, and we're gonna do a quick one right after this on 1080p only, and it actually looks really, really good on 1080p 60 frames. Absolutely gorgeous. Let me show you that really quick before we go to some nighttime footage. And this is on 1080p 60 frames per second. As you see, absolutely beautiful actually it looks like. And on the bottom there you have the AZDOME. You can remove that logo if you want to. You have the date, you have the timestamp, you have the speed, and as well, if you wish so, you can stamp the GPS coordinates. I took them off just for the sake of the video, but you can have them there too. And as you see, the angle is really wide. You can see both sides of the road, the incoming lanes and the outgoing lanes. And I'm going to show you real quick here on the back camera or the rear camera how that looked like on the same road basically and the same speed really quick. And this is the rear camera. Now my window is highly tinted and probably that's why you see it a little bit darker, but in this case it helps because the sun is hidden from the back, so that's actually not bad. As you see, the quality is really good. You can see down to the window wiper, even though it's actually not directed towards the window wiper, but the camera is that wide of an angle, and you can see both sides of the car right there. And of course you can see the cars behind you, you can see anything behind you in a really good quality for a rear camera that's running towards the front, and all the footage is collected on the same exact microSD card as front and rear separated. So you can either download them to your phone directly from the camera, or you can plug the microSD card like I did here for this video on the computer and download them that way. And this is nighttime footage with a front camera on the highest quality. Looks actually really good. The camera makes the sky somehow looks brighter than it is, but in real life with the naked eye, it actually was not this bright. But the camera made it look brighter, so I don't know what technology they put there, and I did not touch the ISO or anything, so it's just on default, but it actually looked really good. And yeah, that's really something to admire. And this is nighttime footage on 1080p 60 frames per second. It is actually really good. In my opinion, you don't need it to be more than 1080p 60 frames per second, because it seriously looks that good. As you see yourself, it just looks amazing, because the 60 frames per second somehow makes it look much better, and I really like it. And these lights here are not helping me somehow, but whatever, it's nighttime footage, so it is what it is. But basically, all I can tell you is that it looks stunning. And with that said, I hope you like this video, and I really appreciate AZDOME for sending this unit out for review, and we'll see you next time. Bye!